my people, some requested questions here. Any question you want to do, you can send it to me on my Instagram now. Just make sure it's not no copyrighted question, right? Obviously. And send it to me and I will be doing them. Any question, any topic. So I know some people may have some challenges. Good night, Aditi. Good night, Chris. Good night, Marlon, Kristen. You all know the drill. Close off, press like, ting, 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 pow, pow. Good night, Mick, Shemaine, Makila, Tamika. 1 o'clock tomorrow we'll be doing pure maths. In the evening we'll be doing maths straight down from like around 6, 7. Let me just give you the exact time. I'll try to make the exact time tomorrow because there's a appointment. Sunday from 7 p.m. So tomorrow from 7 p.m. maths straight down, and we do it similar format like this, but I will focus on topics that are giving people problem as well. So good night everyone. Start to send in your requests on Instagram or some people have my own, you could, just for this live, you could send in stuff on the WhatsApp too. Yes. Alright, somebody had sent me something. Where is it? Somebody sent me something earlier today. Mortgage interest, please. Just waiting on some questions to come in. When you send a question here, let me know where you send it, right? Right, I got things. Oh, this is a lot. Let me see which one I'll do. Alright, so let's just talk about, before I do this question, let's just talk about something. CXC will be testing you on squares. So like you should know what happens if you have -3 squared. What happens if you do that? What's the answer there? Alright, let's make it a little more interesting. -3 squared plus -2 squared. What's the answer there? Is it... I see you all on the consumer arithmetic and everything. Is it... -13, is it 13, A or B? What's the answer there? So CX is going to test you on squares. So the question that this person send out a question. So don't send no questions right now. This person send questions every topic. Right? People still, right, the questions are raining now. So when I run out of questions, I'll ask some more questions again. -3 squared plus 6 squared, so everybody knows 13, right? So look out for this. Now, if you have a number -3 and you cube it, is equal to -3 times -3 times -3. So this is actually -27. Right? Notice how the final answer is negative when it's to the power of 3. That is tested in CXC all the time. How about if you have 2/3 to be cubed and your answers are 4/9, 6/4, 9/4. So what are they testing here? What topic is this? This topic is computation and numeration. Just 4/6. What's the answer for this question? Some more, but this one is cubing. No, this one is squaring. Sorry, squaring. Just cubing. This one will go to 27. Squaring. Oh, and then there's this question. There's this question too. I get this question a lot. Like they will ask you where the square or something lies between the square root of a number lies between which two numbers. So you should know all your square roots, or at least be able to work them out pretty quickly. And I'm talking about squares: 12 squared, 13 squared, 14 squared, 15 squared, 16 squared, 17 squared. So 144, 169, 196 in a bureau, 225. Alright, we also get this distributive law thing a lot, so that's question 1. One is, why are we getting different answers though? A is indeed the answer, right? Square up this and then square up that, so the answer is A. So let's check question 2. I tried to number the questions so that people could quote it. And this, to be honest, I feel like I see a question like this a while ago. Like maybe when I was doing CXC, we would ask questions like this: 99 times 1, 0, 1. And the answers, watch the answers and tell me what is the topic being tested here. What is the topic being tested here? So after I do this one, I'll skip to a little bit of algebra questions, and then I'll skip to the consumer arithmetic questions. And so much people ask me about consumer arithmetic. What topic is being tested in this question here, people? Oh, 600 people on the live. Anytime people say I add in front of the maths, it's like, no, that's not the life for me. No. Alright, so add maths and maths is two different topics. But when you see maths, jump in the party. 99 times 100 plus 99 times 1. So which answer you feel this is? Yes, so it is the distributive law being tested here. This is called the distributive law. So if I have 99 times 101, you could actually split this number. Whatever CXC bring, whether they bring 99 times 50, sometimes they'll bring it's 49 and 1 or something here, 50, and then they'll bring 49 and 1 or something like that. Can't remember the exact thing CXC loves to bring. But at the end of the day, they're testing to see how you split up the numbers. So you could split this number into 101. So your final answer is why we have people saying D, why we have people saying B. This is multiplication all the way through. You need to split the numbers across addition. This is the same as 99 by 100 plus 1. Right? So 99 by 100 plus 99 times 1. So the answer is actually D. Alright, there's this next question. This person sent this question again. I must do this question a zillion million times. They will always ask this. Alright, if you have A, B, C, and D, how many subsets? Is it 1? Is it 4? Is it, I put DS. Is it 4? Is it 8? Is it 16? How many subsets you can get from that? Another way we could ask it, another way it can be asked, if the number of elements in A is equal to M, how many subsets? Is it M? Is it 2M? Is it M to the power of 2? Is it 2 to the power of M? I get some answers out in the dance here. Anytime you get this subset question, this question and that question asking you the same thing. How many subsets? Yes, how many elements? 2 to the power of how many elements? So you have 4 elements here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to the power of 4 elements. 2 to the power of 4 elements. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. 16. Answer is 16. Or if you saw this in the answer, that's it as well. If you had 5 elements and you saw 2 to the power of 5, I know CXC like to bring 5 elements. If you see 5 elements, the answer is 2 to the power of 5. 2 to the power of 5 is also 32. Sometimes they could write 32, sometimes they could write 2 to the power of 5. Or in this case, they didn't put an actual number, they just put M. So the answer must be not 2M, answer must be 2 to the power of M, not M squared, 2 to the power of M. So some people actually go and try and work it out, how many subsets, like if you have A, B, C, and D, And this is where you run into trouble. There's no never wrong answer waiting for you. They go and work it out. So you have the subset A, the subset B, and the subset C. Then you can try and do AB, BC, and AC. Then, okay, reach 6. How are we going to get the next two? How are we going to get it? It's not next two, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 to the power 4. 16, we are real plenty to go. So then you try A, B, C. You see how time consuming this is. A, B, D, and A, C, D, right? How much we on 9. So it's kind of stressful to figure out how much thing here. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So we leave out 1. We leave out 1 in this category. So A, C, D, and A, B, D. I think that is it there for this category. Oh no, I have plenty more to go. I have D here. And then, oh yeah, I was doing 3. And so we have A, B, B, C, A, C. See, this is a waste of time. A, D, everything with D now. B, D, and C, D. Right, and most people get up to here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The last 2 is where they get the problems they get. The last 2 is the null set, the empty set, and the set all together. A, B, C, D. We don't have time to go and work all of this and count up all and forget 1 and all kind of thing. Just do 2 to the power how many elements you have there. Blessings. Love and blessings. So, next question. This person has some nice sets question here, but I say I'm going to consumer arithmetic. You all hold up on the sending of questions. Don't send many CXC papers to it, or any textbook or any copyrighted stuff. Yeah, I know what the heat now, boy. So compound interest. Okay. Yeah, they're saying that the simple interest is equal to 600 at 5% per annum. Oh no, is the simple interest is equal, the simple interest, they write it stupid. The simple interest on 600 is 120. The simple interest on 600 is 120. I want to put the same phrasings now, so like you all get accustomed to this style of phrasing. The simple interest on 600 is 120 at a rate of 5% per annum. What is T? Alright, so this is simple interest. You all should know the simple interest formula from primary school. Principal by rate by time over 100. If you have to find principal rate by time, there are formulas that some people memorize off. You don't need to. It's always simple interest times 100 on top and the other 2 things below. So like if you're doing for time, simple interest times 100 and the other 2 things below. Principal by rate. Simple, right? You're just making one of these the subject of the formula. So if you have this case in CXC where you need to figure out time and they have T common here, time will be simple interest times 100 over principal by rate. The principal in this case was not the 600 as I was saying in the beginning, because the simple interest on the principal is that. So the simple interest is 120 times 100 all over 600 times 5. Some of these questions, instead of putting the exact answers, they would leave it like this. They'd leave it like in a incomplete state, and you'll see those answers in the thing. Why is in the chat if you all get that? What 909 people in the live tonight? I just want to say, don't forget to close the live chat that you are on. press like, and then you can open back out the live chat. That's how you pay fees in this class. The class free, but you owe me a like. You see, the more people that press like, the more YouTube will send out the video to more people. So let's see if we can get to 1,000. If we could get to the 1,000. This is not consumer report. It's a nice question. If y varies directly to x and when x is 152, y equal 19, what is the relationship between y and x? Can you do this question? What topic is this? What is this topic called? This topic is called variation, sometimes known as proportionality. So directly proportional, inversely proportional, varying directly, varying inversely. So if something is varying directly, this is the relationship. This symbol means as it varies, y is proportional, to x. So if it's inversely proportional, it will be like this. But in maths, we don't like this symbol. Not like we don't like this symbol, but to do stuff, we want to use the equal sign. Equal sign is like, we want to say y is equal to something, but we can't just put x, because y is not equal to x. Y is varying directly to x. So we'll be like y is equal to kx. So it's up to you to find the value of k. So in this situation, you want to take these values. What is the method? You want to take these values. Y x is that, y is this. Substitute it. Find your value of k and then swing back to your equation. So in other words, let me give you the answers and let me see if you can pick an answer. Where I get this? So the answers they had was y is equal to 8x. You could probably watch the question and figure it out without actually doing any calculations. Y is equal to 133x. Y is equal to 18x. And the last one is the y is equal to x minus 133. When you're online, you can say anything you want, you know. Some people is really abuse that. Y is equal to x minus 133. So again, is between A or C. So let me just watch it and see. Okay, so y is 19 and x is 152. So I'll have to bring across the x. See this? To find k, I'll have to bring across the x. This is the one we're using. If they say varies directly, class, please pay attention. If we say directly, we are going to use this guy. If we say inversely, we're going to use this one. So directly is this, indirectly, not indirectly, but inversely, proportionally, inverse proportionality, yeah, would be over k. It's not that. So using this one, so you'll end up with y divided by x will be k. And that's it, y divided by x. So if it's y over x, 19 over 152, the best looking answer here is C immediately. 1/8. Niceness. Review that topic. Oh, by the way, every time before exams, every year before exams, when I do these live videos, somebody will come on in the day or two before exam and write in the comments, say you're talking too much, just do the question. If you all want to see really quick questions, I have short form videos as well. You can use the short form videos for that. This live setting, I will be interacting with the chat, otherwise it will just be a talk and talk. I interact with the chat to keep the vibes building. Alright, so let's go. Some more. Right, so this is the depreciation. Everybody keep asking me depreciation. You have a car, and the car is at 12,000, and it depreciates 10% every year. 10% per annum. CXC left to write per annum, so I write per annum. What will be the value of the car 1 year later? What will be the value of the car? 1 year later? This is just extraordinarily easy. They didn't even say 2 years. Like we are 2 years self, boy. Yep. I see. They don't say no more questions. Don't say no more. I'm going to do this matrix question this person sent next. So the answer to this is just take away 10% from Nana. So the fastest thing to do is write 0.9. Oh, you have your calculator. Ooh, 0.9 of that. Yeah, so let me do the 10% now. Forget that. Let's just do the 10% and take it away. 10% of that. Zap, zap, zip, zoop. We want this to go from that number. So you're going to end up with a, everybody say 1080. This plus that will send me back there. You'll understand that? I take away the 10%, it depreciate 10%. Now if they say 2 years, CXC says 2 years, or CXC loves to say 1 year. You hit your depreciation question and then say 1 year. In paper 2, they like to go for the 2 years. In paper 1, they like to go for 1 year for some reason. But anyhow, if they say 2 years, you do it and then you do it again, but use this value. So like you're finding 10% off of this and you subtract it. I'm going to do this matrix question this person sent me here. So this person sent A is equal to 210 negative 1, B is equal to 0 negative 2, 3 1. Physics live is coming. The physics live is coming. Then AB, I don't know if they send me the answers, right? Yeah. AB is equal to what? So this topic is just straight up matrix multiplication. I have a whole video once again dedicated to this. So don't come and message me and thing in the middle of the night that say, sir, I need it short, I need too much talking in this video, thing. Or next thing you can do is put the video on 1.5 speed. Personally, anything I watching on YouTube with learning, I speed it like 1.5 or 2 times speed, because people don't talk fast enough for me to, and I be tapping through, just collecting the information. So I would say the Y is sufficient. What's the answer here, people? A lot of zeros in these answers, right? Anytime you see zero, that's some zeros. Yeah. Anytime you see zeros and the matrix multiplication, that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So matrix multiplication works like this. It's always row by L columns. Sometimes they'll ask a question if the matrix multiplication can occur. This is a 2 by 2 by a 2 by 2. Once these two numbers are the same, you can multiply them. These numbers don't need to be the same. It can be a 2 by 2 by a 2 by 1 and it can still multiply. And these two numbers will tell you the type of matrix you're going to get. Since it's 2 by 2, you're going to get another 2 by 2 matrix. So I put an equal sign here. row by column to get this first spot, row by column to get this second spot, row by column to get this spot, and the bottom row by the last column to get this spot. Catch the vibe that going on there, right? So I'm going to be like, some people already pelting all the answers in the chat. Cool, we getting all kind of different answers, boy. Let's stay safe, stay safe. 2 by 0, 1 by 3. So it's be like 2 times 0 plus 1 by 3. Remember when you're doing matrix multiplication, it's slide. So it's like this row by this column, but you need 2 first by the 0 and then 1 by the 3. You can look up my video on matrix multiplication afterwards to just refresh yourself. Feeling slight dizzy, boy. Anyhow, 0 by 0, negative 1 by 3. Then 2 by negative 2 plus 1 by 1. Then 0 by negative 2, I'm just writing it out for everybody, plus negative 1 by 1. So 0 by negative 2 plus negative 1 by 1, right? Free up yourself. This is going to leave us with 3, negative 3. Anybody here? Did the only answer with that? So we're done. That's the only answer with that. The only answer that's set up so is A. 999 people. Alright, now this one person holding out, trying to make this 100 by. Somebody tell them, here, I'll take a picture. Take a picture and post it on your Instagram. Take a picture, post it on your Instagram, tag me. On Instagram, for those who new here, my name is @Kerwin_Spring on Instagram. And let me just make this 1000. So this is negative 4 plus 1, so that is 3 again. And 0, negative 1, right? So is the answer. Alright, let's keep moving. So, brethren, I hope you understand that. Who sent me that question? They sent me a next whole question here too. A question with graphs. So now I had to draw graphs. Alright, partner. I have thing for that. Zoop. Zap. And your thing was going like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you had a triangle sitting on inside here. Right. And your points on the triangles like A, B, C. One of the questions is, what number are we on? Are they allowed to write the numbers? Are they supposed to remind you to write the number 4? Actually, I'm not watching the chat that much because it's just so much. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of 9 questions done. So, number 9. Do a scale factor question. I do plenty of that already. Alright, Richie 1K in the dance. So 9 was what blessings, love and blessings, what are the coordinates, but the amount to beat is, I believe, 2000. Last year we did 2000 in one live, but that was the night before mathematics, so like tomorrow night. Some more Caribbean people were last minute, so the night before I just hired real people. What are the coordinates of A? Especially if it was paper 2. Paper 1 wouldn't frighten as much people to study as paper 2. Easy things, and I'm going to write some answers for that, but the gradient of AB is harder. Gradient of AB, we're going to know that. A, negative 3 and 2. B, what is this topic called? What is this topic called? For all the new people who joined, don't forget to close the live chat. Press like, bring back up the live chat. The more people press like, the better. I'm gonna see if people do the Instagram tag. Nice. I've seen some mentions. Oh, somebody sent my next question on Instagram. Now, Instagram is the hardest place to send questions on because I rarely answer messages on Instagram. After exams, I'm trying to run through the messages, but right now I'm just focusing on classes. So yes, the coordinates of A is indeed 1, 3. That's as easy as it can get. Always remember the x comes first, y comes second. And to find the gradient, m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So you just want to substitute, and this point is 0, 3. You just basically want to substitute in there and see which one walk away with the answer. A greater than less than question. Alright. So I'll repost all these people who tag me on Instagram. You all could go and follow all the people I repost. Alright, most people saying 10 is E as well. So what I do just to make sure, tell students to put like x1, y1 here, x2, y2 here. And then you're just gonna be like, what the hell is this? All you do some nonsense here. I loosen it so this is 3, 0. X2, y2. I say always remember x coordinates first, and somehow I write the wrong thing. I don't even know how that happened. Anyhow, so 3 minus, well, 0 minus 3 then. Because this is, I have that as my y2, so I put in 0 minus 3. And then all over 3 minus 1. So negative 3 over 2. A is indeed the answer. You all send no questions right now. I'm finishing up the questions that I'm doing, and then I'll ask you all to send some questions, and again and I'll tell you where's the best place to send questions. So hold up. Which are the following statements? So you're on the set where you have the set of integers greater than negative 3 but less than 6, and you have these options. Shout out to the person who sent this question. All of them start with negative 3. Okay, we have things for that here, man. We have things for that. Wait, all of them are negative 3 and 6 in it? Okay, we have things for that. X, Z. Copy and paste, boys. C, D. So just testing to see if you understand where you're going on these signs. That's all. Let's get some answers here. That's Zion in the background. My son gave me answer. I'm just take a little second and repost some stories. Unique fee. Big up yourself. Sumaya. Alright. That's not repost, but come into that. Alright, I come into Sumaya next. Questions. Jabari. X Jabari. The Instagram master. Cool Kid Joel. Lessons. Somebody sent me a whole video, but there's not a story, so I can't really do anything with the video. But alright, I'll follow you. Follow back. the via. Anisha, shout out. So who are looking for now? This person, right? So this is the answer you're all saying yes. So x must be greater than -3, greater than -3, and less than 6. Greater than, so x is greater than because of the fat sign. I never ever learn what is the meaning of these signs. As a math teacher I kind of know it, but I never really learned it in school. So this, some people say this is the less than sign, but I don't really learn that. I just know whatever here is on the smaller side must be less than what's on the open side. The open side means bigger, this side means smaller, right? So this is less than that. So tiny here, big here. So if I'm saying that x must be greater than -3, x had to be on the bigger side. So I can't use this. This is saying x is less than -3. Although this is the greater than symbol that people are accustomed, I the greater than symbol, but they want x greater than -3. So x must be on the greater side of the things. Also, you're not going to have this underneath here because they didn't say greater than or equal to, or they didn't say x is at least 6. So they're not including the number. The number -3 at the whole burden is it greater than -3 and less than 6. No equal signs involved here. Somebody just, are they making the admins overwork, man? Are they spamming? Keep the chat in English and don't spam. Alright, so you do some more. Once again, requested question. What number is this? Alright, 8, they always supposed to be number 11. Number 12. So this person, are they only sending me thing to draw? I like the drawing skills though. A, B, C, D, K, L, M. Start letters here, boy. J, K, L, M. In the figure above, AB is parallel to C. JKB is equal to 125. What is angle MLD? This looks like a classic end of term question. You get this question from me if I'm a teacher in that term or something. This looks like a classic end of term question. It's how somebody blocked Jamar. Jamar, what are you doing there in block? Jamar, I didn't expect that from you, Jamar. Come on, man. Yes, I see. When they like, the live will be up. 1, 2, 5, 90, 55, 45. Give me some answers. So people are already saying 55 degrees. What are they asking for? MLD? MLD is this guy over here. So if this is 125, by the way, MLD, I'm losing him in the kitchen already. What's going on with Zion? MLD is this angle here. So if this is 125, this has to be 55. And this will correspond to this 55 as well. Wherever way you learn that Z thing, corresponding alternate angles thing. Just make sure you're satisfied with that. Where's this person send me, boy? Oh my gosh, if I see this question one more time in my life. Alright, let me do this. So they're saying the area of a rectangle. This is probably in the top 3 questions that I get sent on Instagram. The area of a rectangle is equal to 53.6 cm squared. If the length is multiplied by half, multiplied by 4, and the width is halved, what is the new area? 26.8 is an option. 53.6 is another option. 107.2 is another option. And 214.4 is another option. Let's put centimeters squared here. Let's copy, let's paste. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. If you are in Form 1 watching this now and you realize that you need some additional help, my online lessons class is the latest of the latest. Join my online lessons class. If you just touch down, close the live chat, press like, bring back up the live chat. Live is how you pay for these classes. These classes are free. Before every exam I'm going to do a little thing for the people now. But if you want to work throughout the year, maths, add maths, open, registration open in those two. I am going to bring in physics. I'm looking to get back in pure maths, or I wasn't going to do it. I'm looking to bring in biology, chemistry, business subjects, languages. We bring in things, we doing things. I'm just secretly really best of the best tutors that I can get to do it and work along with me in the student hub. Alright, so you have something, you multiply the length by 4. So just think of like if you have 4 of it now, because you multiply the length by 4. So it's like the area get multiplied by 4 if you multiply the length by 4 now. Understand? That making sense? One of it and then you multiply the length by 4, it will end up being 4 times the area. So multiplying a dimension, you multiply the area by the same thing too. Now if you decide to cut everything in half now, the width. So that's all the question now. In fact, I have an eraser here. I have real tools on this thing now. It doesn't be using it. So you cut the width in half. You really have 1 and 2. 2 rectangles in all. So it's really like you have 2 times the area here, which will have to be that. You don't need to think about it. You see this question, something like this? Just make sure and read it properly. CXC have a way of switching around questions. So length by 5 or length by whatever, just make sure you read it. You know what you need to do. Understand the theory behind it. You're just not copying questions and them kind of thing. But I keep seeing this question a lot, so I'm guessing this is a question. This type of question should pop. In the figure above, last from this person, A, O, B. After I do this question, I'll do a little quick shout out. A, O, B, 36 degrees. This is 10. Length of the arc, length of arc. What is the length of the arc? Oh my gosh, this is not a, oh no, yeah, it is a maths question, right? A little, you know. Normally in maths we leave our questions in pi, but they decide to get some of that here. Can you do this question? Do you know how to do this question? Do you know how to do this question? Why is in the chat if you can do this question? In fact, now why is in the chat? Answers in the chat. Let me do the shout out. Shane, keeping up with Chanel, Anaya, Vizu, Al, Tyrone, Naldo, Ramona, Shiva Boys Alive from Top Chat. Shout out to girl Kiki, Jamar, who just now get blocked just now, Larry, Father, Giovanni, Nila, Stalin, getting some answers now, Denver, Janelle, Selena, Marshmallow, Guyana Gaming Network, anybody from St. Stanislaus here, Brian, Kima, Brianna, King, Denver, Sean, Cora, Diane. So a lot of people saying, hey, to find the length of an arc, you're using this formula, theta over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. This 2 pi r is circumference of a circle. This is like if this whole thing was a circle, right? But it's not a circle. It's part of a circle. It's actually 36 over 360 of the circle. So you're just finding like a fraction of the circumference. That's the mathematics formula. So you'll put 36 over 360, a 1/10. 1/10 is that u, 2 pi r, so 1/10 over 2 pi r, leave the pi by himself. We want pi in the answer. R is what, 10? Oh, 10. Is that you, 10? And do we have a 10 underneath? Do we have a 10 underneath? So this goes, so you're just going to end up with a nice big fat 2 pi. It don't get sweeter than this. Look at it well, it does not get sweeter than this. So mash up this question. Alright, let me see what's going on here. Like the message. And Shamar Johnson, big up yourself. I'm going to bring up the next question. So, do ratio, please. Ratio. How does CXC test ratio? I'm in a live right now, but they talk just now. There's my actual sister there. People don't think I'm a sister, but I'm a sister. When I see you, I say that's my sister, that's my sister. Don't ask no questions, just no. Question 42 are real questions here, boy. Real questions. Question 42. The median number of books bought by the student. Yeah, these are questions give students problem. This kind of question. Right, there you go. But this is some drawing, so you'll get to rock back and watch my artwork here. If you're watching afterwards, we double tap maybe about 30 seconds into the future. I'll meet you there shortly. 2, 4, 6, 8. Really, I think the 2, 4, 6, 8 down this thing, boy. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Oh, we didn't really go up that far. We stop there. What we gonna do, boy? We gonna say it's a bar graph, alright. So let's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do that properly? I do that how I'm supposed to do that? I don't really care. So let's draw this now. If you double tap it, no, you still have some way to go. Double tap it a little more and nearly done. This goes up to 8. This one goes up to 10. This one goes up to 14. This one goes up to 14. Oh God. This one goes up to what the heck? This one goes up to 14. Just behave yourself now, brother. Just go. You don't need to be perfect. Actually, that one already went up to 13. So let me just do a little skip. I don't fed up by this question already, but it's important that I do this question so that you could understand this technique. And this one already went to 9. It didn't go to 10. It went to 9. These are ages. Why the series are so big? Alright, let me double check this thing. 8, 9, 13, 11. 11 now. This one is going up to 11. And this one is going up to 10. Keep double tapping. We ain't there yet. And this one is going up to 7. 6, 7. Ready? 7, right? Whap, whap, whap. Finally, Lord Father. So 3, 4, and it's number of books or something. Number of books. 58 students. So this is students. This is books. And the question is asking, the first question is, how many bought 4 books? How many bought 4 books? And I'm going to put the answer for that because that's just real easy. And then the median. I think this is the question the person wants. The median. So this is the trick here. Median number of books. So mode means most. Mean means middle. Mean means average. Add up all and divide by the number of items you have. And median, when we think median, we think a middle. Middle. The middle and the middle and the middle and the middle. So when you see median, we think a middle. So how we get the middle here? Now, I teach my students a way to do it on the graph I don't know if you'll understand what I'm doing here, but it's like a cancel of 8, a cancel of 7, one more will give me the 8, and okay, I cancel off 9 and 9, and then I am going to see that the median has to be in 5. The median has, let me see what the answers was. We're looking on my phone. So the answers were A 5, B 6, C 29, D 30. These two answers are making no sense. It's either 5 or 6, or the median, the middle number. So some people saying 5.5. It's not 5.5. How do you find median? It's 38 students in all, right? When you add up all of this, you'll get 38 students. When you add up 8, 9, 13, whatever. So how do we get median? Remember, median was like if we have all the 3s line up, then all the 4s, then all the 5, all the 6, and then you come and the last man standing is the median. That's what we call the median. But nobody have time to write out 38 unless you're like paranoid and you're sweating in the maths exam. Then you will have time to write out 38 numbers and start Xing off and anything you're clutching at straws. But you can actually think of it and do it on the graph. You could actually think like if you had 8 3s here, so you come in crossing off and you had some 8s here, how much? 7, and you crossing off. In the end, I will end up crossing off 8 numbers here and only 7 here. So I still need to cross off another number there. You're trying to get in the middle. And the number that finish, the last man standing, the number in the middle is the one that you're going to pick. And the number is not 6. I think. I'm just verifying this because my graph can kind of bootleg now. That point there and that. Yeah, so the median is 5. The median is 5. So this 8 goes here. So I have 8 going there. This 7 goes here. I have 7 going there. This is 10 and this is 9. So together this is 17 and this is 17. So it's like I could cancel all these two. And now I could watch just automatically know that 5 going to be the middle number. Because I'm going to have to X out, let me say this is going up to 13, right? Let's say I X out 12 here. I X out 11 here, I'm still going to have 5 in the middle. I'll end up with 2 5s in the middle. Even another extra one I could have played. So 5 is the answer, not 5. They only have 5, 6, 20, 29 and 30. If you don't understand this, write out all the numbers and start crossing out. Write out all 38 numbers and cross it out. And then look at the graph. And all of a sudden you click what it is we really doing here. So this is median. If you need to find the mean, you need to add up the 8, the 9, the this, the that, and divide by the number of students. 38 students and all. That's not what you would have to do actually. You'd have to do 8 by 3, then 9 by 4, then that's a little more drama. They wouldn't ask a question with that level of length in multiple choice. Alright, let's see what else the people have. That's a good question. So how long this going to be for? I don't even know that. I know tonight is not the night before the exam, so if I end up here 4 o'clock in the morning, for the people, you know. The annual interest rate on a 15-year mortgage on a house assessed at that is 5 cents on every. I get these sessions all the time. So 15-year mortgage. Anything to do with anything? Yeah, so the house is this amount of money. This is not nothing to do with anything. And yeah, this is the interest rate is just now maybe it does 5 cents on every $1. So for every $1 you have to pay 5 cents. That is the annual interest rate. The annual interest rate for every... What is the interest paid on the mortgage for the first year? Oh, so you take out a mortgage of 45000. Alright, so that 15 years is just back and I'll don't worry about that. 5 cents on every $1. Let me get the answer. So the interest is 5 cents on every $1. If you're doing anything else, you need like additional information, like how much you're paying back every year and that kind of thing. But the 450,000 is the value of the house, and you are paying an interest 5 cents on every $1. So what is the interest for the first year? And that's what the question is asking. And these kind of questions come in CXC all the time. They'll ask it like this, or they'll ask about insuring contents in a house. Insuring some contents in a house. Oh, my English is terrible. Terrible. So they'll ask you about insuring some contents in a house. And it's the same setup. Everybody's saying 22,500. So 5 cents on every $1. Plenty ways to do this. One student, Jabari, if you hear Jabari, one student in class, he did a question like this, and he was like, okay, so 5 cents on every $1, so 50 cents on every $10, so $5 on every $100, I'm going along that, so $5,000. Sorry, wait, let me take it back again. We're following this student, right? So we have 5 cents on every $1. So if I put $10 is 50 cents. If I put $100 is $5. We're in dollars land now, we come out at 50 cents. If I put $1,000 is 50. If I put 10,000 is 500. How much you going up to? 100. If I put 100,000 is 5,000. And if it's 4.5, so I need to multiply this by 4.5. It's 4.5 times 100,000. And 4 by 5 is 20, and the only answer around here. So 4.5 and 0.5 of 5,000 is 2,500. You catch that? Yeah, let's just write it. That's the plan. Another way you can do it. What's another way you can do this question? Another way you can do this question is is 5 cents, this way a little more tie up. 5 cents equal to 5 cents for every, just now, or the answer to pop out in the ending. So for every $1, you are going to pay 5 cents, or this amount of $1. So if you want to pay, if you have 450,000, you are going to pay 0.05 over 1 multiplied by 450,000. Now this requires decimal multiplication, which will land you in the same question, in the same answer here. A fast way you could think of this is 0.05, that's 5, this really stands for 5 over 100. 5 over 100, you cancel off 2 there and you multiply it, you end up multiplying by 5 again. You understand? Because 0.05 is really 5 over 100 and you end up multiplying. You end up in the same boat, people. So that's the next way you can do it. Alright, have fun with that. Let's see another question. Alright, a sets question now. I just check in my different socials and see where these questions pop in. Feel like I never see a question like this. I mean, like the same exact. All these questions look so familiar to me. Put up here. Alright, so in the Venn diagram, number in Y equal 8. Number in U equals 16. And N, what's that symbols here, boy? Symbolism. And that, so now we are being asked, what is the name on YouTube Spanish? Now we are being asked 1, 2, What is the number of this? See if I find it here. While looking for it now. Yeah, Cassidy, there's the next way. Every $1 has 25 cents, so divide by 20. Cool. People asking weird questions. One of the number one questions people ask me, how much marks I need to get a 1? How much marks I need to get a 1? I would aim, although don't try to call me now, how much marks I need to get a 1? Well, I would aim to get over 80% in this exam, to be honest. Over 80%. Now usually, back in the days, like, 2019, January paper 2, any student that work out the marks with me and get like 70%, we will cut out and get 70%, that means get a 1. Once you get over 70%, back in the days, you get a 1. But now, aim for 80% because the exam looking kind of easy now. These exams, how they coming. Shiva boys locked on. NX intersect Y. So everybody is saying B. This is a hard question. Number of elements in X is 6. So the number of elements in this is 6, right? So we have 6 inside. I don't want to write the number 6 here because that could be misleading. Because it's really 6 in the entire T of here. Number in Y is 8. And in the minor one, this is a full question, boy. I don't want to say hard question, but it's a full question. Let me just get rid of the grid. The number of elements outside, relaxing on the outside, is 4. So we can write something here. We can write 4. And total is 16. So it means the total inside here must be 12. There are 12 inside this entire X union Y. There are 12. So we have 12 inside here. And out of the 12, 6 belong to the X and 8 belongs to the Y. Now I'm just trying to work it out using like little figuring it out like this, but there's a formula that I will show you just now. So I think the best bet would be to put 2 inside here, put 4 here, and put 6 there. Let me see if that would work. So I get 8 and I get my 6, and does this add to give me back 16 in all? Yes. Yes, so this is looking like the best way to go. So now that they're asking how much is the intersection, B is the answer, 2 is the answer. Now what's the way to work this out? What's the way? So that was just working it out using common sense, I should say. Just following everything that they tell me here, putting what I know. Now a common error people is just put 6 here and put 8 here and then fighting up to figure out what goes inside there. This entire thing should add up to 6 and this entire thing should add up to 8. The formula says that the number of elements in, like, the formula is normally A and B, right, by using X and Y now because they have X and Y here. X union Y must be equal to the number in X, I go to put A, they normally put A, plus the number in Y minus the intersection minus the number X intersect Y. So if I want to find this, if I want this as the subject of the formula, I can just bring this across, it will turn positive, bring this across, it will turn negative, like that. So Israeli number in X was 6 plus number in this was 8, take away the intersection, which they, take away the union, which they said was, they didn't say what the union was, but this was 4, so we know the union is 12. So 6 plus 8 take away 12 will give me 2. Why is in the chat if you understand that? If you don't understand that, go and look up my video on sets, and I went through this more in depth. depth. So I went through this with a little more juice. You should be able to figure it out better if you watch that video, if you're still having problems. Let's see another question that students send. How much you on? Alright, if we start to cross down, if we start to lose down to like about 700, 800, so we will call that quits for the night. But let me keep going. I still have some energy. Alright, so somebody sent me another question here. Once that drawing questions, well, if it is a party show. Are they trying to send me questions that don't have drawing in it? See? What else? Ooh, I need to use the graph for this. This is an actual rotation question. Time to bring out the old graph paper. Bigger graphs, bigger lines, please. Thank you. Zap. Zap. Zoom. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, trying to write letters with lines 1, 2, 3, 4. And they could go up one more. And 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5. And we are saying that we have the line here A and the line here B and C. And what we want to do is rotate AB through 90 degrees clockwise. So this is a line AB, and we're rotating AB, rotated 90 degrees clockwise about C. This is a multiple choice question here. 3 things that you must say. 3 things that you must say when you're rotating. 1, 2, 3. How much was the angle of rotation? Which direction you're rotating it? Whether it's clockwise or anti-clockwise. And about which point. So it's saying you're rotating this clockwise 90 degrees about point C. So what is the coordinates of the new A prime? Of the image of A now. Coordinates of this is what? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2. I like this format, man, when people send me questions and things. It's very interactive. Tier B. Alright, if you practice in your paper, what is the maximum questions that you should stick? It should be if you're aiming at a 1. None! And get none there. I just explained just now that you want to get over 70-80% to get a 1. Total. The SDA mark is going to count like 40%, and the paper 1 mark is going to count like 60%. Paper 1 is 60 questions, right? So each mark is a percent there. Your SBA is 20%. You should know your SBA mark. When I did a survey last year with maybe about 1,500 students, half of the students did not know the SBA mark and half do. So I was shocked to find out that half of the children in Caribbean, their teachers just do not their teachers refuse to tell them the SBA mark. And I'm in this teachers group with thousands of students from Trinidad, thousands of teachers from Trinidad. And we asked the question there, and we find out that some teachers just do not want to tell the students the mark, and we're like, but why though? They're like, are you allowed to? I'm like, why would you not tell the children the mark? Some teachers just have some weird, you ever meet some really weird teachers with some weird beliefs, and you just wonder, like when you become an adult, you just turn into a weirdo. And I mean, to me, I just want the best thing to happen to my students, and some teachers is just being automatic. Not to bash some like I'm bashing teachers here, because there's a few. But the 50% who not telling the students the mark, tell your students the SBA mark now. At least give them a ballpark figure. And also work along with your students to try and give them a good SBA mark. You see how this year too now, where SBA mark is king? So 90 degrees clockwise rotation. If it's going clockwise, it has to go this direction. If it's 90 degrees and it's about this point, right, it needs to go like this, 90 degrees. So I'm expecting this to occur. B is going to come down here, A is going to be there. I get a nice 90 degrees looking thing. So this is my new image here. So A is actually 1, 2. So all those who said 1, 2, are they correct? See, a lot of people don't know their SV mark. When C teachers don't tell you SV mark, why? Tell the student your SPA. If you haven't seen teacher now, tell the student your SPA mark. Well, like some kind of country policy or some kind of thing. Hey, student hub, take it down. Take it down, student hub. Somebody saying, please explain again. And it have a big chat right here now. I will have to turn off this. $10.49. Oh, it's be so funny when I go to the student hub and I see my own questions watching me back in my face from a book that's supposed to be, you know, paid for. You see the next question here. Can you do this in the live? Why not? More things to draw again. Well, let's see already night. I feel like I did this question yesterday, right here in the live. A question like this. Yesterday was the day before, some kind of some similarly so. Anybody was in the Admats live today? Admats live was nice and mellow. Anytime I pull out that Admats live is me. Me, the Caribbean, and the whole of India in their life. I don't say the whole of India, but a good section. I have a earlier. Don't stick, you know. I have a big fan base in India, you know. I was starting to do G exams and thing. Take over the math scene. India is how much? 1.5 billion people or something like that? That's a massive market. In the area there, what is the area of... Oh, they're saying, alright, yeah. Was it this question I decided recently, people? If the area of ABC is 20 cm squared, what's the area of MNO? And we have 2.5, we have 3.3, we have, what's the time? People knocking out like flies. We have 10. Everybody knows, everybody knows this. You playing time all day. Chat moving so fast I don't get to see who getting time out and all kind of thing. I already do simple interest questions. One or two simple interest questions and passing email here. Some people is coming, they chat immediately and then ask a question. Well, yeah, when you come in immediately you need to, you know, not do that. Area MNO in cm squared 3.5. Alright, so they say that the area of this is 20, and if this went down half, it's not going to go to 10, because that is just not how areas work. Area don't work so. You could do a little ratchet thing, like if you don't understand what to do, try a little ratchet thing, like this is why would I do 6 by something to give me 20, you have an exact number. Try 6 by 4, so you just go to 3 and 2, so 3 2s are 6, 6 by 4, 24. So it's obvious that you're looking somewhere around 6. So maybe you're looking at, I might go with 5. A lot of people saying 3.3, I might get it wrong. 3.3 or 3.5 is the number they had here, boy. No, 3.3, 2.5, 3.3. So let me see if I was going to get it wrong. So the area, what is the area? So okay, And you're assuming that these triangles are similar. I want to figure out like the easiest way to tell you how to do this question. Alright, so we don't know what this is. I tell you, I would have picked 5 as the answer. We don't know what it is. What we want? The area. 6 by h gives me, so 20 is equal to 6 by h. And so h is equal to 20 over 6 as the height. The height is 20 over 6, y'all. Why is it the chart if you catch what I'm doing there? 6 by h divided by 2 is a triangle. 6 by h divided by 2. Does that even matter? I divided by 2. I might still be able to figure the right answer even though I do that wrong with you. Alright, so base by height divided by 2. Why is it in the chart if you're going to do that? So this is, but I don't know the height. Height is h. But this is h divided by 2. Because you know this went from 6 to 3. So the height should go from height to height over 2. Nice. Nice. We good there. So we went from 6 to 3 and h to h over 2. We'll see if my guess of 5 works. The reason we put in h over 2 is because we figured out what h is. We just did that. We just did that. We're doing that out here. In other words, the area 20 is equal to 6 base by height divided by 2. So h is equal to, sorry. Alright. Error in the dance. You have to multiply by 2 first. So 40 divided by 6. 20 by 2 divided by 6. So 40 divided by 6. So we end up with 20 over 3. H is equal to 20 over 3. When I break this down now. So h on 2, which is the new thing. That is the new thing. H on 2 is really 20 over 6. So this height here should be 20 over 6. So if I want to find the area of this new triangle, it's going to be base by height divided by 2. So it's going to be base is 3 times 20 over 6, all divided by 2. If I want to say divided by 2, I can just, alright, let me do this, divided by 2. I'm running out of space here, boy. New page, but I feel like I'll see the answer there already. This is going to be 60 over 6 divided by 2. So it's really 60 over 12, right? Because it's really 60 over 6. 3 by 20 is 60. 60 over 6 multiplied by 1 over 2. So 60 over 12. So the answer is indeed 5. Alright, so that's the next way you can do it, where you actually use algebra and you figure out the missing sign. The next way you can do it is if the height goes down by 2, the ratio with linear, with one dimension, what's the word I'm looking for, boy? The ratio between the lengths, if the ratio between the lengths is 2, the ratio between the area would be whatever the scale factor is, squared. This is by far the easiest way to do it. So like if it went from 6 to 3, the ratio between areas now, so if they told you the area is 20 centimeters squared, the ratio between the area you'll have to divide by not 2, but by 2 squared, which is 4. So that's the next way to get C. For example, if you got a triangle like this, and said that this triangle is 40 cm squared, and that this length was 10, sorry, this length was, let me say this is the area of this is 90 cm squared, this length was 9 cm, and this length now is 3 cm. What is the area of this one? Well, the ratio, the scale factor here of enlargement is 3. It's going by 3, right? But in terms of area, it'll be 3 squared. So you actually need to divide by 9. So this will actually be 10. You'll divide by 3 squared if you deal with the area. I see in the chat if you understand that, put that in your back pocket. Yeah, just show you 3 methods how to solve it. You can always watch it over. Next question. Yeah, bless up. Nice. Nice. Alright, somebody send me this question now. I read questions here. Don't send no more questions. Don't send no more. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Overdoing it. They don't have all that. They just really want from 1, the parallel circle thingy so, and they go, I need to use my red. Redders come. Whoop, whap, and you go like that. That is it. Alright, that is it. So what's the inequality described here? They have 47. We lost track of our numbers again. How much questions we do so far? I'm going to put the answers first. X is less than 1. X is more than 1. X is more than or equal to 1. X is less than or equal to 1. Easy thing. I'll rush the answer there. Let me see how much questions we do. 9, 10, 11, 12. We didn't do much questions in terms of numbers. This is 13. But the live only went on for 1 25 minutes. 14. Only an hour and 25 minutes. I feel like I hear 10 years. 14, 15, 16 is because I explained it. 17. Alright, we do thing. 18, 19, 20. I just put down numbers and some of these things is numbers. Let me see like 21. Let me see like 21. A. A is correct, is less than. So just a little quick tip on this. If you see the shaded, then it's that. If it's not, then it's not. If you see like from this to this, you see both of them shaded, it's like X is between 4. It's, you notice X is more than 4, but it's less than 7. If you see something like this, one not shaded, one shaded, well then X is, it's still greater than 4, but don't put the equal here. But you'll put the equal here because you know it's shaded there. If you see this, the final boss, like if you see this shade here and it pointing this way instead and this way, well then you need to write this in two separate ways. You need to say X is less than or equal to 4, pause, or X is more than 7, no equal to because it's not shaded. So if it's disjoint, you need to write a disjoint. Let's bring up some more questions. How much more questions do they want to do? I see I'll have like 150 people going. Alright, I have some more here. I'm gonna pick and choose. Try this one. If 5 is equal to xy, 5 minus xy is equal to 4, 10, 20. What are the values of x and y? Yo, this person, I don't know his name though. People want me to do the question and question. I'm fed up do that question. That question is done already. I did all the question in the question bank. Just go in the last live that I do and do the question. I do the question 2 or 3 times on YouTube. Come on, man. You make me write B twice. That person who begging for me to do a question in the question bank, I'm going to call your name. King Twan, brother man, I do a question. Maybe 3 times on YouTube already. Go and look for it. Cohen Springer Marathon Part 3. People buying calculator for the maths exam. You can't use a calculator in the maths exam. So people say B. So in other words, 5x equal to 4 by 10. Very simple. 5x is equal to 40. So x must be equal to 8. Who is 8 here? B is the answer. Walk away from that question. You didn't even need to check for y, but you can double check for y. 5y must be equal to 80. Zim, 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 zim. We can take this vectors question that this person send. More drawing again. Vectors. One of the easiest topics in mathematics that students make a big problem out of. But it's an easy thing, you know. K has to do with your understanding of how, of direction, magnitude and direction. E, F, G. As soon as we hit that 700, we're ready to rack up people. As soon as we hit that 700, it's rack up time. It's close off the night time. Refer to the following diagram, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so we want to express EG in terms of K and M. So what is EG? Hit me them questions. Who would like this drawing? Best 30 chats. The mock shout on something say. Prashant, Crystal, Nehemiah, typical one, Joshua, Nilaila, Naomi, Fazir, Britt, George, JD, Ren. Everybody know Ren. Ren like salt. Ren in everything. A. A is the answer, everybody's saying K and M. We want EG. Alright, cool. A is the answer. What about EG, K, M? Next thing CXC does sometimes is like, alright, they will have this in this direction. And they'll ask you, what is EG? What would be EG in this case, Alia? Alright, we're about 8700, so I think that is close of time for the night day. So tomorrow from 1, I'll be coming through the pure. I'm going to overdo it. Tomorrow from 1, I'll come through the pure maths. And then when pure maths finish, come through it maths. Keep in mind everyone, don't just wait for the live stream to come on. Actually, everyone is not doing that because let me just get these statistics here. In the last 48 hours, $50,000 students on the channel. So people watching. And when you consider that is about 100 and change doing maths, there's like half the students in the Caribbean doing maths and it was on the channel in the last 2 days. So remember to search properly too, like if you're searching for a topic, Cohen Springer vectors. If you're searching for like live videos, as I said, turn it on a faster speed and double tap to get where you want to go to. Especially some of the marathons. Some of the really best teaching are in the marathon sessions, but yes, I had to go through real hours of video and thing. The question bank is a book I have on my website right now at cohenspringer.com that you can get, and every single style of question that CXC brought in the last 10 years is there. You can buy that book if you have a credit card and PayPal. So if you have a credit card and PayPal, you can just get that book one time. All the solutions at the end of the book, all the work solutions, I did them in Marathon 1 and Marathon 3. Part 1 and Marathon Part 3. So Love and blessings. I'm busting out there so I could be well rested to do pure match, which is a scene. And then I'll be back in the afternoon around 7 o'clock to start up a last lap in the live for maths. Hopefully it could go like about a 2-3 hours solid. Then I'll leave you all to just study off the rest. And then is, if maths come the same or everything coming, it'll be real food, piece of cake thing. Don't forget to go on the student hub. Don't forget to go on the student hub to get resources. If maths coming like how they usually come in, they're gonna be real food, like how everything coming. If they bring one new question from maths and you get like a question bank and you're studying with me all along, it's still gonna be real food. Love and blessings, shout out. Alright then, more shout outs. We do shout outs enough. Don't forget to follow at the Student Hub on Instagram, at Cohen Springer. Like, share, subscribe. I don't say these things enough. If you're not subscribed yet, now there are lots of people who just watch your videos and they just not subscribe. They just take anything. It's not like they don't want to subscribe. They just forget past their mind to, I should really subscribe. Yeah, let me subscribe. Let me aim at a little 50k by the end of the year now, or by the end of the exam season. So, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like if you haven't liked, and till we meet again. Chem is coming, but I think Chem is one of the last exams. I'm going to do Chem, I'm going to do Bio, I'm going to do Physics. Those three are also coming.